Took a very nice game, number one, and basically good macro and upgrades won him that game right there. Good macro and upgrades, because when you talk about defense, that is macro. A lot of players don't think about it. You know, you go to Reddit, you go to TL, whatever, 4chan, all these whiny, pouty threads of blah blah blah. I'm so sick of this guy cheesing me. No, like I wish these guys would play a real game. No, it doesn't work like that. Every game is a real game. Even cheese is the most realistic game. And part of being a very good macro player is scouting out and being actually defending against aggressive play as well. So, and that's what I mean by Phog showing off really good macro right there, just properly, you know, just getting everything out. That's part of, you know, hitting the injects, you know, filtering out units, the numbered counts, just prepping everything in time, man. So, starting down here at the bottom right side of the map, his opponent, representing complexity, it is coLMoosegills. coLMoosegills opening up pool first. Looks like Phog is going to be looking to open up hatch first. On a big map like this, I would actually 9 times out of 10 probably encourage the pool opener first. I mean, sorry, not the pool opener first. Hatch opener first. Just due to the fact the distances of the two-player map are very large, and you could usually typically have enough time to be able to produce anything in a defensive position. Now, the one factor, of course, there is a pretty long distance between the natural and the main base that you do have to cover for defensive purposes, but it's still manageable. It's very manageable. Now, more so than anything else, the thing I would be more worried about is this ramp right here. Now, Phog is somebody that used a little bit more of a speedling timing versus Huck, if you last remember, in the WCS Challenger. More so in ZVZ, man, this is a very tough wall off to pull off. Like, you have to, if you're at least going to go right here, this is a very wide ramp. You almost can't do it. So what you have to do is usually work this ramp right here, throw down the Evo chamber, the baneling nest, and probably even put down like a spine crawler or something right over here, because if you get hit with a very strong timing, it becomes very, very tough to hold off. Now, Phog once again is opening up basically similar to last game. Hatch first, gas pool, and with this quick gas count, and this time he's not getting any harass coming his way, he will freely be able to choose his, you know, does he want to play passive or does he want to play aggressive? coLMoosegills is going to attempt to defend with queens as he's got no gas yet, depending on whatever comes his way, but you know, with speed already underway, like I said, all Phog has to do is just hit good injects, hide a few lings, and he'll be on his way. I'm a little bit worried about coLMoosegills. It's going to come down to good defense for him once again. Good positioning, good defense. For those that are wondering, no Red Bull today, no GSL. I think Code A finished last night. They're going to be kicking things up. Code S starts next week, if I'm not mistaken. Red Bull, of course, qualifiers are going to be on Sunday. Tomorrow's an off day, at least I think, for the most part. Tomorrow is a literal off day for a lot of us from StarCraft, finally. It's been a very long 2 weeks, by the way. It's been a very long 2 weeks. Between WCS Challenger, WCS qualifiers the week prior, North America and Europe, by the way. Red Bull qualifiers, Detroit and Global. DreamHack Valencia, and now IEM on top of that. And I mean, I'm not even accounting for all like the mini cups. I'm not even talking about. You can't forget about Rifkin's, the big one. You know, there's so much content out there. There's so much stuff. GSL, man. All right. So baneling nest is underway. Still no direct indication coming out from Phog yet that he's planning to. Well, you know what? I say he doesn't have a direct indication that he's going to be going for some sort of a heavy timing, but he's getting the +1 carapace. He's getting the +1 carapace, which in fact, with that +1 carapace, we talk about the baneling detonations. If they have that +1, the lings don't die right away. It's going to need 2 banelings to actually knock them down. So we could maybe see, a ling baneling attack from him, and now he's dropping down a Roach Warren, dropping down a 2nd and 3rd Evo. What? Or who? Oh no, that's coLMoosegills. Sorry. That's coMoosegills. I'm looking at the production tab. I'm like, why the hell is he dropping a second and third on? I'm like breaking the mold, I guess. You know, going for the triple upgrade. +1, +1, +1. Hey, you never know, right? You never know. You might have to make a tech switch at some point. Gotta cover all your bases. Am I right? Alright, well, Fog, he will finish up his +1 pretty soon right now. Roach Warren is just about done. Lair done as well. He could maybe just go into heavy Roach timing, because with the Lair finished up, you can go into speed. +1, he can go into +1 attack as well if he wants to. Feelings do filter out. Third hatchery is finished up for Fog right now. Well, you know, I would have probably taken the guess and said that coMoosegills would have dropped a Spire by seeing the 4 gases out for him, but he's getting his +1 as well, Missile and Carapace. Roach speed is underway. Fog, of course, gonna put a little bit of pressure with these speedlings. Transfuses coming on down. Trying to save the Spinecrawler, does eventually get it. Gonna try to run through. Nope, good barricade by the Roaches and Queens. I don't know, Moose is gonna have to come up with something here. He will though, in a short period of time. He will have the +1 upgrades finished up. He'll have the Roach speed. He's putting up his 3rd hatch now, so he'll be okay in that regards. I'm just worried right now. Fog is showing off a little bit of a better macro game. He's being a little bit more greedy. He's put up a 3rd hatch a little bit sooner. He's got a worker lead right now, so that you know, the difference in supply count a little bit much higher actually. Army for coMoosegills right now. But there comes a time and point, you know, eventually both players, the longer this game goes, they're going to max out, and the player with a better econ will eventually be rewarded for this. Yeah, if you guys haven't had a chance, again, we're probably in our last series of the day, so if you guys want to hype up the Twitter feed, let people know, get them on in here, tell a friend, parents, family. Today's a pretty friendly family broadcast. We're not edgy. The only thing we really whined about hard was the Time Warp. I don't know if you guys have seen that Time Warp, man. Talk about a worthless nerf. Talk about literally the most worthless nerf in StarCraft I have ever seen in my life, probably. I'm like, I was trying to find something to compare it to, and I couldn't, because there's just nothing. It doesn't affect the game in any way, shape, or form now. Late game, early game, I have yet to see any difference. People either walk out of the Time Warps, or whatever combo they're trying to hit with the Time Warp, it usually ends up being within that 10-second range anyways. Alright, anyways, Fog's going to get down here. Whoop, takes the first shot from coMoosegills. Now, coMoosegills, of course, is on creep, but he's going to go down anyways. coMoosegills has a little bit of the better concave. coMoosegills does have also actually both players have 1-1 finished up. The defender's advantage for now goes to coMoosegills. He will push him off. 3 hatcheries out for both players. coMoosegills actually a little bit up higher in the worker count right now, and maxing out very heavily as quickly as he possibly can on Roaches. Moose will also have the +2/+2. He's getting his burrow and burrow movement, and I like this a lot. If you're going to go heavy Roaches, guys, eventually at some point in time you got to get burrow and you got to get burrow movement, because that's when things start getting fun. That's when you start getting very creative. That's when you can throw your opponent off and really begin crippling him when you send those little, you know, 5, 6, 7 Roach hit squads, spreading them out between, you know, the main, the natural, the 3rd base. You start sniping away workers, little ticky-tack stuff. Now Fog once again trying to position himself and trying to head down, but again, coMoosegills is already prepared. He's got the concave. If Fog walks down here, he's going to be fighting within the ramp. There's a lot of vision as well on the high ground for coMoosegills, so he's going to be able to concave all around this area. I wish I had like the John Madden Etch-a-Sketch board. He's going to be able to concave around here, and there we go. He's going to concave around him. Fog walking into him. coMoosegills +2/+2 finishes up for him sooner than his opponent, and he should be able to just absolutely roll over this Roach force, and indeed he does. And now starting to be the aggressor, chase it down. Hugs actually somehow squeezes a couple of the Roaches from the backside in there as well, and here comes the counterattack. coMoosegills has a huge influx of units. Burrow movement is about done. Burrow upgrade is done as well, and he's going to burrow. Burrow movement is done. Move. There they are. Done it. Fog should know, though, due to the fact that it was right over an Overlord, if he was paying attention. Fog sitting at 187, maxed out coLMoosegills, now starting to become bank actually up that mineral and resource count now. You know what? You gotta be a little bit careful how you spread out the units. Okay, there we go. Well, main army's gonna have a little bit of trouble here for Fog because, again, coLMoosegills just has a little bit more influx of roaches. But over here on the other side of the map, a little bit of a bigger pack took a little bit too much attention from the main army, and Fog for looks like coLMoosegills for the time is going to pull it back. He does split up some of the roaches and go inside the main, but there is an overseer right over them. He will burrow. He will go maybe for the work count. No. No, spread them apart. All right. Well, coLMoosegills for now. He does push back. He does have a fourth hatch up and running for him as well. So, well, almost up and running. Hive is underway as well. Now, some of you guys, well, Hive, is it really that important? Do you want to spend the extra resources and minerals? Yeah, you do, because if you get Hive up and this game continues like bouncing around back and forth with these volleys of roaches, you do want to get your 3/3 upgrades. You know, Carapace and Missile do make a pretty big difference. And of course, if you're sitting heavy roaches, man, if you somehow are so fortunate enough to actually have the time to tech up, man, Broodlords will break the face of your opponent in. coLMoosegills, though, doing a pretty good job of jockeying for position right now. He knows that his opponent's overseers and overlords do spot him, so he's grabbing his attention. He's actually going to walk his way down here. He's going to get completely surrounded, sandwiched by the roach forces, but the right side should maybe fall a bit quicker. I'm a little bit worried because he is just so sandwiched in right now. I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, Fog, man, he's clearing this up really nicely. And all of these roaches get trapped. That's not good. Man, coLMoosegills was doing so good up until that point. He's doing so good. Well, he is getting his own roaches back at home prepared. He's got 10 in production. That's a funny thing. You just look at the production tab, and it's just straight SSRRRRRR. Just breaking the hell out of that R key. Here comes the forces of Fog right now. coLMoosegills trying to. Looks like he's trying to count how many units his opponent has. Doesn't exactly want to engage into a bad engagement, and we'll split up some of the forces, try to take out the fourth hatch. We got 12 more roaches in production. Plus 3 underway for coLMoosegills, though, if you guys didn't notice. He's going to try to take any advantage he gets, but here comes some of the defender's advantage. We got some of the roaches helping out at home. We'll push them off. We'll lose the fourth hatch. We'll lose that roach. Roach, 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 roach. Oh. Well, I will admit and say Fog is in a much better position than he was a few minutes ago. I mean, anybody that's watching StarCraft can definitely attest to that. Because coLMoosegills, he had a lot of resources, he had a lot of econ, he was starting to bank up while he was maxed out, and just took one bad engagement and got sandwiched. Well, here we go, he's starting to filter in over here. We'll see how this goes for him. Slowly breaking his way on through. The bottom left side of this army is going to get pushed off, and now the main army is getting tackled in as well. But he is getting a little bit of a surround on here. Defender's advantage, again, should allow him to kind of stick in this battle for a little bit longer and maybe even force him out. Good micro right there, actually coming out for coLMoosegills right there. Some of those very injured roaches in the back, he keeps microing them away. Fourth hatch up for Fog right now. I feel like I'm watching one of those like boxing or MMA fights, and like both like fighters. How do I describe it? Okay, I don't know if you guys are fight fans, but you know, like the different weight classes. Like there's like middleweight, like heavyweight, welterweight, featherweight, whatever. This is like I'm watching like a couple like featherweights, like in a sense, like fight again. these guys that are like 135 pounds, 140 pounds. These just like smaller guys that are like 5 foot like 10 or 5'8" or something like that. And these guys, they're quick, they're fast, they're shifty, and that's what these speed roaches are right now for both of them. They're very quick, they're very shifty, but the problem is they don't have knockout power right now. Every time they try to go and launch for an attack, they might land, and it looks like, oh my god, he just blew him out with the right hook. But what happens then? What happens is he doesn't get knocked out. He doesn't fall on his butt. You know, he just keeps holding in. The fight continues on each time, and you're just like you're watching on amaze, but you're forgetting that just due to the fact that without the weight and without the additional power, they don't have knockout ability. Now this is pretty cool for coLMoosegills. Just like if you remember coLMoosegills, how he got sandwiched up over here. Same thing happened over his side of the natural. Was able to catch Phog, and now Phog's the one that's falling a little bit more in supply. Plus 3 attack upgrades is done for coLMoosegills, and are done. IR speak American today. Phog trying to get a little bit sneaky, trying to sneak a little bit of a roach force maybe through the natural, but already right on top of it is coLMoosegills. Now coLMoosegills is maxed out. I'm trying to spot and see, do any of these guys think about maybe teching up at all? To Broodlords, Mutas, anything? No, just straight roaches, man. straight cash, homie. Straight roaches. Fourth hatch getting placed by coLMoosegills. Of course, there's that small little roach pack from Phog that will spotter. You could already see he's shift-clicked the hatchery and on his way over to the other location. Now, coLMoosegills, oh, this will be interesting. He's going to headhunt for it. He's going to get sandwiched. But plus 3 upgrades, remember, plus 3 attack upgrades. We'll see how well this works out for him. He might have, right now, Phog might have to pull the workers off. He might have to pull the workers off. The plus 3 upgrades, you can see, are being a pretty nice factor. They're starting to clear out on the right side. They're starting to clear out Phog's roaches on the left side, and Defender's advantage might not save him here. And oh man, this is bad because not only is he going to lose his hatchery, but he should also lose drones along the way. And oh, it doesn't go for the drones. No, that's when you got to filter in a few roaches just to take out the drones along the way. Like, you're going to get the hatch snipe anyways. You might as well take out the drones, take out the worker counts for him. Alright, so those shift-clicked roaches, they went or attempted to go for the third hatch. Looks like they got a little bit of damage done, not too much. Got a gas out of it. Both players back down to 3 hatcheries. Fourth hatch retaken by Phog right now. God damn, man, this game. My neck is like, actually, I'm sitting here and my neck is like getting strained. I'm like hunching over so hard. I'm like, somebody kill somebody. I guess while we got a couple moments, don't forget Monday is going to be the Canadian Championship. So one player and one player only will get paid hotel and flight over to IEM Toronto. And then next Sunday, Stage 2 qualifiers. Today's Stage 1, it's going to be Stage 2 on August 3rd. Top 3 players also, hotel and flight paid for, going to be at IEM Toronto. Now, a little bit of an aggression right there from coLMoosegills, but didn't exactly have as many numbers as he came through last time around. Got a little bit more sandwiched, and upgrades didn't really matter as much. Now, what I want to see from coLMoosegills, if he believes he's got enough gas, I would encourage him to try to get the plus 3 carapace. If all these guys are going to do just roach versus roach endlessly, then you need, like, get the plus 3 carapace. Like, why not fight with 3-3 versus fighting with 3-2? You know your opponent's sitting at 2-2, and for all you know right now, your opponent could be upgrading that as well. Phog meanwhile, sitting here like, nah, Lair's cool, though. Like Hive. Like, Phog is like trying to play with like a handicap. He's now pulling the workers off the mineral line, and that's never good. I'm going to tell you that much. If you don't know much enough about StarCraft, when you start fighting with workers or trying to help buffer for your units, and you might be in a little bit of trouble. Forces and pushes off, but now, you know, Phog dips down to 46 workers. You can see the supplies for both players actually under 100. And just the scarcity of the scenario in the moment. coLMoosegills actually has to be more careful than anybody else. He doesn't have a 4th hatchery. He's going to have to start long distance mining here pretty soon, and indeed, yep, that's what he's going for. Those troll roaches, man. And he's gonna run away. Oh, I was about to say, like, he's gonna run away with all of them. They're trolls. Hashtag long distance mine. If you can get a, it'd be really nice for him to get a 4th hatchery. He needs a hatchery. He needs a hatchery. He needs to be able to more efficiently mine through here. He can't be long distance mining. That's a pathway you don't want to work with. Roaches are filtering down here towards the 4th area. Moosegills ready to greet him though. Says, "What's up, bro? Get back. Get back." Brings out the pitchfork. Numbers game, I want to say actually in favor of Fog. I don't know if the +3 attack upgrade is going to make a big enough difference here, and they're just going to fight it out. High ground advantage right now at the moment with a couple of these roaches. 4 Moosegills slowly trying to break on through. Both players marker and their roaches back, trying to get the best concave that they possibly can. I mean, I wish I could do a little bit math a little bit quicker, but looks like Moosegills is going to be okay. Draws the aggro and attention from some of these roaches in the very back. We'll lose a couple of them as well. Man, Moosegills, just take that 3rd hatch, man. Take that 4th hatchery right now so you could mine a little bit more efficient. Just sit back, take the 4th hatchery. You're going to be okay. Don't go for these engagements right now. Fog, meanwhile, he needs to get Hive up. He needs to get Hive. He needs to get +3. He does have fresh resources, which is really nice for him, so he can continually produce. And that might be the thing that gives him the advantage. Oh, man. The game is going to be over right here. He's going to lose the game. He's going to throw away these roaches. Oh, that's a no-no. That is a no-no. And remember, these drones are all long-distance mining. The mineral patch over at the 3rd base is done as well. Main mined out, natural mined out. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, well, GG. Like, literally GG. I don't know where the overseer, like, Fog should just form an overseer, and you can see right now, just Moosegills fighting with Workhorse himself. At this point, it doesn't matter. You're happy to take this trade, because even as you're killing the drones, you're taking out whatever rest of the econ. Like, Moosegills can't produce enough units quick enough to send over and somehow miraculously kill his opponent anyways, so yeah, it's GG. So, alright guys.